Welcome back to another review, and we're temporarily back in the old, awful, disgusting, dusty keyboard setup. Just for this, so I'm not gonna be having videos for like a few weeks after this, but anyways, today we're gonna be a small review, and we're gonna be taking a look at the Rise of the Beast mainline Battle Changer Rhinox. So yeah, since the last review, I've gotten a ton of new mainline toys, which I will be reviewing after like the few week hiatus. So for now, we're just going to be taking a look at this little Rhinox here. So this guy's pretty fun. I remember being really excited for this when he first got announced, and I think I actually saw him that first time we found Rise of the Beast toys. It's pretty cool. So this is actually the only beast from the size class, although the Beast Weaponizer's Optimus Primal feels like he was designed for this with how simple he is. But that doesn't mean this is basically the most affordable way to get a beast from Rise Beast that has robot mode. This guy's pretty nice. Of course, he is in no way accurate to the final design, which, yes, saw the movie, really good. Go watch it. Yeah, so this is not accurate to the final design. It's basically just the original Rhinox got put through a live action filter, and he looks awesome. Like, I really like this redesign. This I might actually like more than the final movie. I love the final movie design, but I might actually prefer this. Like, it's just really, really cool. You get so much nice little details here. Even though he doesn't have much paint, he still looks good with like the gold on here, red eyes, kind of color breakup that the almost like pants he has give to the whole design of the figure. And then, of course, because this is a battle changer, you get this little weapon. Although when you flip it in, it's kind of cumbersome because it's just in there like that, and there's no hand, so you kind of always have to have it out. But it's his chain gun of doom, singular. This was not in the movie, but it's cool to have it. Even has little useless little wrecking ball things on the side, and you can spin it, and it actually spins quite well. So you can just have him shooting stuff. Nice to have like a little gimmick like that on a cheap toy like this. As for his articulation, of course, because it's a Rise Beast mainline toy, he keeps up the annoying trend of no head movement, but I mean, this is from that cheaper size class, so I can't get as mad, but it's still annoying. Anyways, he has a ball joint at his shoulder. You get that movement, bit of outwards. No elbow bend, but the wrist here, you can get a wrist swivel and inwards motion because it is on a ball joint. And then we already went over spinning there and moving inwards. No waist swivel, but untab that, you can get an ab crunch. That's pretty nice. Just lock that back in there. It's actually very tricky to do. Hips are on ball joints. That much to the front, that much to the back. Also, you will notice there's a rhino leg hanging off the back. There's actually like the whole rhino head there. Anyways, you get knee bend, which is pretty good, and nothing at the ankles. So at first glance, it seems very basic, but compared to like Mirage, he's pretty decent. Just this whole size class, you get like decent articulation for how cheap they are. As for size comparisons, here is Beast Weaponizer Optimus Primal in his Beast mode, and I really like this scale, because Primal probably should be like slightly bigger than all of them, but then again, I like when Rhinox is like huge, but I think it's still a decent scale, and Primal is smaller right now too, because he's in his monkey mode. Here's the Beast Battlemaster Rhinox, who this guy can't hold because he has the 5mm hand, which is kind of like 5mm compatible weapons, kind of the whole gimmick of this toy line, which is pretty cool because then they can use like Generations weapons. And that means, come on, there we go. He can hold the tiny Rhinox. So now he finally has two Gatling guns. Of course, this one won't spin. We can actually just pull that off. But that's still pretty neat that you can do that. For more Rhinox size comparisons, here he is with the mainline Voyager. So yes, I actually now own all the mainline Voyagers. I have Prime, Primal, and Rhinox. But that stupid Buzzworthy Bumblebee 3-pack with Wheeljack, Nightbird, and Cheetor still hasn't released in Canada. Like, the movie is released now. I have friends in America saying that it's actually shelf-warming there, and we still haven't gotten it. Anyways, rant aside, here he is with Mirage, who is one other battle changer I have. So you can see he is standard size for the size class, which is essentially a small deluxe size. So now we can get on to the transformation, which is actually pretty fun. It's basically what you'd expect, but I still enjoy it. So you're going to start with taking this big rhino head back here. It's not on a double hinge. I'm not the biggest fan of how this works. It's on a hinge and a ball joint, and I don't really like that. That feels a lot more delicate and brittle, though that does mean you could theoretically get movement, but that ends up tabbing in, so you don't actually get anything. So it's basically just cost-cutting measure, but I don't really like it. Well, I mean, when it's a cost-cutting measure, good. But anyways, fold in this hand. You have to get it aligned perfectly. It fully folds into a rhino foot. And here, fold in. So that's sadly always going to be kind of sticking out of the bottom, although if you want, you can have a rhino that is trying to gun you down with a Gatling gun. That is a thing that you can do for some reason. I don't know. And then you're going to want to connect the legs together. This part is kind of interesting. You fold these. Well, actually, before you do any of that, I'm an idiot. You're going to want to remove them. Then you fold these down. And they kind of hook around to the side. It's like very interesting and very clever. And you're also going to want to do a little ab crunch here. And that'll kind of shift that all downwards. Then connect legs again. And then you want to bend the knees in, and they should line up with those little tabs there. And there you go. So it's like actually simple yet pretty fun little transformation. And the end result is this adorable little rhino who is actually, for the most part, better proportioned than the mainline Voyager. Because that one, his butt was like very square, but here it's normal, though he has knees hanging out of them because robot mode. Yeah, so fun little transformation, and I really like this little rhino mode. Like, it's just adorable. It's just this cute, tiny little rhino, and it's basically a downscaled version of the mainline toy in the rhino mode. That's just what they're. It's based on the same concept art, I think. Well, one thing is, I think he might have needed a bit more here. It seems kind of like there was more below, like, of the head, and they just kind of cut it off. So his lower jaw is very, very thin, but I mean, it's a what, like $11-15 toy, so doesn't matter too much. And it's still just a cute, chubby little rhino mode. That's it for my review of the Rise of Beasts mainline Beast Battle Changer Rhinox. That name is a mouthful. Really fun little toy. Just nice to have a cheap version of the character. Surprisingly, Mirage has gotten no toys for the film. He has a Battle Changer, which is hard to find in and of itself, a mainline deluxe, which is impossible to find, and a Studio Series isn't even out yet. Meanwhile, Rhinox, who was on screen for like, 2 seconds, had one voice line, which might have been Primal, and he has a mainline Voyager, a Beats Battlemaster, a Battle Changer. All of these you can find on shelves readily available, and he has a Studio Series that's coming out sooner than Mirage's. But anyways, if you liked the review, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, then don't.